Episode 408. Episode 408. Man, what we doing? We here, man. We live. Let's get it. Let's get it. You already know, man. My brother, we back in the building. We back in the building. Hey, shout out to my brother, man. Shout out to my brother. Hey, man, you doing a lot of great things in your life, man. I just want to give you your praise.
Thank you, man.
You know, completing your home, finishing touches on the home, and then also what you doing in your endeavors, your career, bro, your paths. Hey, man, shout out to you. Shout out to you, my brother, for real, for real.
Thank you, man. All Things Bitter and Wicked demo coming. I think we're gonna do February. The date hasn't officially been announced, but as a team, we said February.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a demo. Still working on the whole game. Still working on Check Up Top. But yeah. First official title is going to be All Things Bitter and Wicked. So if you have a Steam account, go. If you don't have a Steam account, go get you a Steam account. Mm-hmm. If you like visual novels, this is for you. If you like point and clicks, telltale stories, this is for you. So if that's not your vibe, it's not your vibe. But if you like stuff like that, then this is for you. If you like murder mysteries, then this is for you. So shout out to Game Shift.
Absolutely. Tap in and support, bro. Tapping and support.
Thank you on the house.
You already know. Because, bro, honestly, bro, adulting, we talk about it all the time, but adulting is real, bro. Adulting is real, and then time management is real, bro. We got a lot of things that we want to do, goals that we want to set for ourselves, but honestly, if you don't have the time to do it, if you don't make time to be great in all your endeavors, bro, then you're not going to get there. So definitely shout out to you. Hey, you already know. Like, share, subscribe to Phase On You Podcast, man. Let's get into it. Hey, we're in 2024. This movie came out in 2004, and I feel like we here. We here. Movies like The Fifth Element, The I, Robot, we are here, bro. And I don't know what to feel about it. I personally don't like it, bro. I personally don't like it just based off of what you see in the movies, the imagery. But a robot, like a robot, and then the Tesla cab, and it becomes scary because we saying this robot that can do everything, right? And we wanted to make it they want the robot to be as human as possible. So to have emotions and to have feelings. And right there, that's the problem right there. We've seen so many different movies, TV shows, conspiracies. We are here, bro. Like, I never thought we would live to see the future in this way. Like, we seen movies like I, Robot. Like, it's direct. It looks directly like that to the cast. I saw it, yeah. And you look at, bro, you go into a store now, bro, like, everything is the customer service is no longer there. You serve yourself, bro. Everything is what's it called? Everything is self-checkout. Like, it's replacing all the jobs. It's replacing a lot of things. Like, it's scary, bro. It's scary. Like, people look at it and be like, oh yeah, well, I think in today's era, bro, we made society to where I'll just be honest, like we're lazy, bro. Like we're lazy. It's like everything.
Movie.
Everything makes it so much simpler, bro.
When all the humans were fat.
Yeah, bro. Like, honestly, like, and you look at these movies, bro.
I think a lot of stuff
it's a telltale sign
based off of the movies. Like, they saw the movies and were like, that would be pretty cool. Because obviously this couldn't have happened in 2004.
But
You couldn't have made these kind of robots in 2004.
I don't know if that's true, bro.
We couldn't have.
I don't know if that's true.
If we could have, they would have done it.
I just think it's a lot of the things that we're not exposed to the public eye.
Think of what was possible in 2004. Like, we couldn't even text the way we're texting now in 2004. You had to have certain things that even make long distance calls in 2004. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think this was possible in 2004. Bro. From a movie standpoint, yes, but from like a life standpoint, like now we can talk people on our watches. Mm-hmm. That wasn't even like you couldn't even fathom that 2004. You could barely text.
But honestly, that's why
house phone was still a thing.
But honestly, that's why I say in real time, based on what we're looking at, bro, we can see what's in the public view. I feel like a lot of these things have been created way before us, bro. Like, even to the name Tesla. If you know Nikola Tesla, he was the originator of a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of these things way before our times. But it just be like, bro, it just crazy and scary because, like, bro, robots are actually here. Flying cars are not too far along. You have all these things that are going on at once. Then you got the cabs. Everything is self-service. And one thing that scares me about this, bro, and that I look at was the movie Leave the World Behind. That movie. When the technology went out, what are the first cars that start crashing and all these things? Teslas. So it just be like, bruh, when you think about self-driving or a lot of these things that you have to that deals with AI and robotics, bruh, it becomes scary, bruh. It becomes scary. It takes you out of reality.
It's not trustworthy. It's not reality. We are replacing too much human interaction. Human interaction should not be replaced. That's what's wrong with the world today. It's too much. Everyone's got an opinion on the internet, and people have this superiority complex. I'm trying to make it a gender war thing, but like certain people view themselves a certain way because of the internet, and it's just like, we're removing too much of human interaction out of everything. Like, yo, man, like drive your own car. You don't need a robot, and it's like type your own thing up. Like I get it every now and then we want to copy and paste something, but it's just like human beings are unique, and the human brain is special, and a robot could never have the creativity that you could have. I don't care. Even if you were able to download it into a robot, you still have to use a human being to do that. The thing that scares me is this Neuralink thing. I don't like people gonna be putting chips in their brain. That's what scares me. I'm like, yo, like, because I don't even know what because chips malfunction. I don't need nothing in my brain that can malfunction. You feel me? Like
I always
you're not gonna put no piece of tech. I'm not putting no piece of technology in my brain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need.
And this always goes back to what we've been shown, like throughout movies, throughout TV shows, bro. I'm telling you, the truth always be hidden in plain sight. That's why when you said like before, like think about it, they made a movie in 2004 for a reason. I don't think this just was a idea that just happened, bro. Like this was already this has already been in the making.
So much, and you shouldn't be afraid because we have Will Smith. Will Smith is alive and well. I'm not even gonna say that. How you gonna believe the robots exist, but you can't believe Will Smith to save our lives?
What are we talking about here?
I'm just saying.
He's an actor, bro.
Why can't we believe?
I don't know what we're talking about. I have no clue what you talking about. That's a movie. Ain't nobody saving us for that. I'm talking about what iRobot is, bro. Like, look at the movie for what it is. I take Will Smith out of it because I Am Legend. Will Smith is a legend. But these movies are actually like, even let's talk about Men in Black. Like shout out to Will Smith. But I'm talking about realistically though. Look at the movies. And honestly, you could really say that it's based on the type of movies that he's in. He's trying to tell us something within a message for real. Because, like, honestly, all right, let's go down the list of the Will Smith movies. To your point, I Am Legend. I Am Legend. That was the end of the world. That was a catastrophic event. That was somewhat what we dealt with in 2020.
Somebody tried to cure a disease and it didn't work out.
But how? What does that align with now? That aligns with a lot of the things that we just went through in 2020 to now. We know what it is. Then you go to iRobot. I mean, that speaks for itself with the conversation we having. Independence Day. Then Men in Black. We talking about aliens.
Man, shout out to Will Smith, man. Feel me? Will Smith saved the planet like on 4 different occasions.
And it's crazy because when you talk about Men in Black, I don't understand how you cannot believe in aliens. I feel like those type of movies show us right in our face. How do you think about this? How do you even get a depiction of what aliens look like if you don't have an image of it?
People create all types of things.
I don't think so. And I think it's
That's
a lot.
Like saying how can Superman exist? How can you think of Superman? He's not real.
It's a lot of things that have shown us in the public eye, bro. That come on, bro. And honestly, with the alien thing, we're naive to think we're the only life species. Recently, bro, it's been going crazy. I don't know if you've been noticing. It's been a lot of UFO sightings of lately. They talk about Washington D.C. recently being one of them, and they said it said a UFO crashed in Washington D.C. The thing was like October 13th or 12th. This is recent. This is recent, and it wasn't. I think it was 2 days ago. It was the 12th or the 11th, but it happened in different states as well too. It's been a thing going on, like, bro. I don't know what's going on, but personally, I'm just telling you, bro.
I don't believe in aliens, but if they do exist, I don't think it's for us to worry if they exist because they're not bothering us. Like, we've never seen them; they never affected our lives. So it's like,
I just don't know. I just don't know.
Jesus is the end all be all anyway.
That's a fact.
However, I'm supposed to go out is how I'm supposed to go out. I'm going to glory regardless. So.
You're right.
And the Bible never said that God will destroy the earth with aliens. So I know for a fact if we go down, it won't be because of aliens.
Yeah, we probably be the problem more than they will.
Exactly. So I'm not worried about it.
Well, you probably more the problem. They should be afraid of us even more than anything.
I do have some breaking news. This is really good news. So Jay-Z and Meek Mill with their reform. So the United Nations just adopted a human rights resolution by the Jay-Z and Meek Mill founded Reform Alliance for prison reform across 49 countries. An estimated 11.5 million incarcerated people worldwide will be helped. And that's I think that's huge. That's a huge deal because it basically it's saying the United States has helped come up with a resolution to protect the rights of people leaving prison and are either on probation or parole. That's a big deal. I think about people like, for all we know, and we don't know this to be true, but for all we know, this impacted Wallow. You know, Wallow recently got off probation. He was supposed to be on probation until 2048,
which is
crazy.
And
that's 22 more years. He did 20 years. That's 22 more years he would have had. You know, so I think I just wanted to shout that out because that's breaking news. I think that's a huge deal. Like, that's a global thing that many people in prison will be affected by. Like, because probation is just nothing but a chokehold on your life. It's like you got to be a perfect human being. Like, if you even get a traffic stop, it can land you back in prison. So the fact that the United Nations is picking that up for 49 countries and 11.5 million people are going to be going to benefit from that. That's a huge deal, man. So shout out to Meek Mill and Jay and Michael Rubin and Robert Kraft and everybody involved in prison reform. Shout out to the United Nations. So I definitely wanted to highlight that real quick. It came across my timeline.
Since we talking about music, let's go. We here. Man. Let's go. Cold world.
Cold freaking world.
What I will say, bruh. I don't think it should have ever been an argument of these last 5 years of who the best rapper out of the big three has been. J. Cole has been the most consistent. I will say that. And rapping ability, bro.
I don't care what happened to people. That is J. Cole.
I'm just saying. Let's all keep it real in the moment because
a lot of he can't be the best anymore. Like, fam, that's J. Cole.
Come on, we have a lot of these different views on how we see the Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole situation. Regardless of anything, rapping ability, he has been the most consistent. He has been. For sure.
There was only 1 month where you could have said maybe Kendrick, but after that, the rest of the year, it's been, and before this year, it's been like you still.
And I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna be real. Might delete this later. Is still one of the best rap albums of this year.
It is.
And honestly, let's just start talking about the conversation, bro. Because at first, when all this went down, we talked about it on the podcast. I was critical of his decision to back out, because Kendrick, it was lyrical warfare. We didn't think with Kendrick and Cole it was going to get anywhere beyond that. But as we see, with Kendrick and Drake, it went elsewhere.
Yeah.
And for him, that didn't match with his morals, his beliefs. And what he sang in Port Antonio, the song and single he dropped based off the Drake and Kendrick situation, he's basically saying, like, if I was going to do this war for it, I didn't want to do it this way. You feel me?
I would have lost my friends.
And I would have lost my friends, and I lost my people in the process
lost both of them in this.
Over social media games, basically. You feel me? He talked about, and I honestly, within this, because you got people that was being critical of him, I think he was directing his comments to both parties. It wasn't just, he was talking about Kendrick about the bots. He wasn't just talking about Drake about the friendship. I think he was just talking about him being in the middle of the situation and having to deal with this situation, as a man. And honestly, I honestly feel both ways about it, because I feel like he should have. If you felt that way, why engage in it? You feel me? But also, if it's against how you truly feel, bro, why do I want to continue this? And then to where a point I lose a friend, but also I have the media portray me in a certain way, in a certain light, when we shouldn't be about that. You feel me? We should be past that. And I understand that J. Cole has said he's the best rapper. I understand how people can think about it as like it being a contradiction. But regardless of anything,
if you ask the question, who has out-rapped J. Cole this year, you're gonna say nobody.
That's why I'm just.
I'm just talking about.
Facts.
You ask the general, like, who out-rapped J. Cole this year? For all the folks that feel like he can't be the best. All right, well, who's out-rapped him? You gonna draw a blank? It's like, what do you like? So my thing is this, like, I think. And I was one of the people that felt like I think we are gonna owe Cole an apology like later on, and people felt that way. And I think once he learned the vibes, that's when he engaged. I think he genuinely engaged But once Q, because they said Schoolboy Q called him after the joint dropped and was like, yo, they told him, like, you might want to get out the way. I think once he learned the vibes, that's when he backed out. I don't think he knew what the vibes were going in. It's like, let's say all three of those guys got in the octagon, and Cole thinking we just sparring. He got his headgear on, and he throwing, but then Q was like, yo, like, I don't know if you peep, these two don't got no headgear on, they really about to fight. And I think once he saw that, he's like, oh, wait, like, imagine him in the middle. He not really trying to fight, and these two really trying to bang. I think that would, like, it wouldn't have gone, like, either you might have to bang and really throw for real, and then all y'all not friends, or it's just, it wouldn't have been right, because he wasn't on there. Like, once he saw the vibe, like, oh, no, these two serious. They really about to collide. Like, let me just back out of this. I think he made the right decision. I think the circumstances have been different. Like, I think had it been real smoke, and like, or I think it had just been one of them. Had it just been him and Kendrick alone, not him, Kendrick, and Drake. I think had it just been him, Kendrick alone, they would have done that. I think they would have did it, and it'd been fine. But I think because Kendrick and Drake really were about to go there, and each one of them said something to take it there.
And to be honest,
I think he knew was like, you know what? Let me pull out of this.
And what my thing is, bro, like I get people that saying just like, okay, at the end of the day, Cole, you don't really have to explain yourself. You don't even have to engage. But also, it's like, yeah, it's y'all say one thing and then want me to act another way. You feel me?
And rappers get their stuff off. Like this is how rappers get things off their chest. Like sometimes it's not about me trying to please you. Sometimes listen, this is how I feel, and sometimes the way I rap to get things off my chest, and I say things better. Rap. That's why I rap. That's sometimes this could just that's all this could just.
And be. I don't think he might
not be trying to please anybody. He might just be trying to get this off his chest.
And I don't think we should look at Cole in any other type of way, bro.
I don't think so.
Honestly, because if you talking about competitively, if you talking about the best rapper for the last 10, 15 years, he's in that conversation. No matter what you feel about anything, for real. Yeah. Like you could be critical of him because yes, we wanted him to engage. We wanted that banter. We wanted to see that, but also it's like at what cost? Yeah. Because now you have a situation where like we never gonna see music from Drake and Kendrick again. Like you already know that.
And Cole already said years ago on KD podcast that he was like, yo, at some point I'm not gonna be doing that anymore, and I don't want it to be like I want to keep these dudes as my friends. I don't want us to be like, you know, like so like he would have regretted that. Like, yo, I did it for the public and for hip hop, but it's like, dang. Me and my man, we not cool no more. And this is like, but everyone else is happy. Like, excuse me, you don't want that. You know, I think the only instance where I could think that was the case was like Meek and Drake. You can tell Meek and Drake really, you know, and Meek was going through something and he made a wrong move and a wrong error in judgment and how he acted. So Drake responded. But those two dudes were really friends. They really, you could tell those dudes really missed each other. They really missed that friendship. I saw some people who were confused about why is he apologizing to Drake. I don't think he apologized to Drake. I think he was just making it known because people were saying, oh, well, Cole chose the side because he's on Metro and Future's other project and he did a song with Rocky. I think he's making it clear like, yo, like don't lie on me to start another war. Right. Drake, you are my guy. I made this song for them. They don't like just to be clear.
I felt that weird with that conversation too because I don't think he ever picked sides.
He didn't
at
pick
all.
Sides.
And even if you reference first person shooter, they were all supposed to be on the track together.
Yeah.
So, supposedly Kendrick didn't want to work with Drake and maybe the feelings were mutual. And Cole went in there thinking that it was going to be the three of them and it was Drake and Cole, which was cool with them. You feel me? Like they're all still. Where I feel like Cole has always kept Drake and Kendrick as friends as far as this rap stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be fake and phony in it, but I feel like that's why I respect Cole so much as well too, because I do feel like he's authentic. I understand. I truly do understand it. We do want that rap to where it's like, bro, we can just be lyrical. We can just go straight there, bro. So him bowing out, people can look at him a certain way. But guess what? What I feel like, regardless of anything, rapping ability, you can't really say nothing about him.
Out-rap J. Cole.
You can't really say nothing about him, and I wouldn't even say those two. To be honest, that I don't feel like those two can do it right now, like in the last 5 years. And I'm a huge Drake fan. I like Kendrick too. But if we're talking about who has been running the game based off of rap out of them three, it's been him.
This is from a rap standpoint.
It has been him.
It's been
so we can't be so like we could. I guess you could be critical of all you want, but Cole never had even showed that type of persona as he moved in that type of way. You feel me? Like, but I get the criticism though. I see it though.
I think he's been very clear as far as wanting to be the best. Like, yo, you get in a song with me, I'm trying to destroy you. That's basically what he's been saying. Like, he's been doing it. Like, yo, like any rapper that want to rap with me, like just know, like I'm coming to tear your head off because I'm trying to be the best.
Yeah.
So I think he's kept that energy. I really believe this had the circumstances been different, then I think he would have engaged. But I think he made the right decision just backing out. Like once he found out the vibes, like yo, the vibes are not what you think they are, Cole. Like you might want to.
So question. So let me ask you this question. So do you feel like it was a certain timing to this record, or he dropped it perfect time? You feel me? Do you think he should have dropped it? Because a lot of the speculation just like, oh, should he have dropped it when the situation was happening, or should he have dropped it now?
I don't think it would have mattered. I think first of all, I think him dropping it at this time kind of shows that he's not looking for clout. Because I think had he been looking for clout, he would have dropped it then. Because it'd have been like, oh, now you want to be involved. Now you want to like no, like this is I did this. Maybe he just did it. Like yo, this is how I felt at the time. Mm-hmm. And I did it, and he put this out.
And I feel like he's on his own path. I feel like Cole has been on his own path, and the fall off is coming soon, bro. Coming soon. And it feel like all the titles, it's been fitting for the situation.
And y'all are lying. It's like once this album drops, you're going to go get it.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to go get it. You're going to play it. And you're going to enjoy it.
He's still right. He's still one of the best.
Like that. That's what I've been saying. Every time he dropped, I'm like, yo, I don't care what. When he did the collard greens, I was like, fam, I don't care what happened in April. That is J. Cole.
And what kills me about certain people,
that is J. Cole.
But what kills me about certain people will be so critical or even be a hater, but be the first person to click on the music. You feel me? Like that. That's the weird times when like the hater is usually the number one fan in today's era, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
Not only that, Drake did this a couple years ago with Pusha T. Like when Push dropped his disc, Drake didn't engage. He went on someone's podcast and was like, he went too far and complained about it, backed out. Like, so it's not that we haven't seen this before, but that was completely different.
That was different, but
yeah.
hey,
but
people could compare that situation too.
That's what I'm saying. Like it still happened, but I don't know. But like for me, like when
I don't discredit it.
When I heard this, I was like, first of all, it just. When people always ask me what rap song belongs to the museum, I go Dead Presidents. I'm like, one because of this beat. Like when you hear those piano keys, it's beautiful. Whether you slow it down, speak like yo, when you hear those doom. And
Cole the perfect person to rap on this loop.
Cole now has two of the best Dead President versions I've heard. There's still nothing better than Jay-Z's two versions, but after that it's Cole's on the warm up. This is up there for me, and Lupe Fiasco's. Like that's the first thing I took away from
You know what's another rap beat that go in the hip hop museum is that Dead Summer.
Yeah,
that did.
Dead Summer.
Nah,
9-3 till infinity.
Nah, that Wayne Dead Summer verse. No.
9-3 till infinity is up there for me. Dead Summer's up there for me. Shook Ones is also.
Yeah, Shook Ones definitely.
You got like Shook Ones is like one of those. It's like a hip hop staple. Mm-hmm. But like so that was my first takeaway, and then obviously just like the rapping was crazy. He said I was Mike Leather. He said I was Mike with the red leather. I said you better beat it. I said trying to tell him to stop. You better beat it for that heavy metal get popped. Yeah, I said yo.
Nah, he was barring.
He said if don't draft. He said if the streets don't draft, if teams don't draft King, he gonna bet on the block. Sitting on the sideline for being careless with rock. I was like, nah, he's wilding.
Wilding, bro. Nah, he was wilding. He was bugging. That second verse, bro. That second verse was
trying to take away my pedigree, but name another that out here rapping this incredibly. I said, yeah.
You can't. You can't. Like no matter what you say, no matter what we say about anything about this situation, bro, you cannot take away from his pen, bro.
He is.
You can't. Wilding. That's just what it is, bro. Honestly. And like it was a lot of truth and real stuff he was talking about in this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want the messages to get misconstrued just because the people viewing Cole away just because he's backed out of the situation. If you listen to what he's saying, he's talking about the industry. He's talking about the fake friends versus the real ones, bro. And he's talking about your morals and principles and how you supposed to move, bro. Like
you gotta pay boxers. Like I don't think that's a shot at Kendrick and Drake. That is the game today.
No, that's the game.
That's the game.
That's the game.
Like it's no longer put the verses out, let the people decide. Right. Like now you gotta play these internet games if you wanna sway public opinion or whatever. You gotta play. And I don't think Cole was with all that. Like, yo, man. Like I don't think he was throwing a shot at them. That's the game is the game. You gotta play it how it's played.
He just telling
he
it how
didn't want to play it like he didn't want to play the game like
he didn't want to. He didn't.
But I do think there's something to be said about how all three of these guys have been dropping music like on either Instagram or YouTube.
Yeah.
And now streaming immediately.
And they know something that we don't know. That's for sure. That's for sure. They're in their power.
One song that Drake recently dropped that's not getting enough getting talked about is
which one?
Circadian Rhythm is not talked about.
That Jones still go off.
I've had it on repeat the last 2 days.
That 3P has been the best. My favorite 3P. That's the one with that's not the one with no face on it, is it?
Nah, that's not the one. But he removed the other song that had the joint, they had the sample on it. I saw that. But yeah, this joint, I like that.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's no longer 3. It's just
I know.
But that's Circadian Rhythm. I say, yo,
that's one.
Niggas don't speak my language. I'm like, bruh, how is it not being talked about enough?
That joint go off.
This joint is nuts.
And then also, bruh, like what it showed me too within this verse with J. Cole, it just shows me that a lot of this social media stuff, just to be honest, bro, it's not reality.
It's not.
You feel me?
Because it's not reality. Time around 2015 or at least 2013, whatever. It was cool to hate on J. Cole. I thought that was weird.
It was the weirdest thing ever, bro.
It was very well like J. Cole.
It was weird.
Like why?
And that was around. It wasn't even that time, bro. It was around like 20. It was around like Lil Pump era, bro, when he had his little time. That's why KOD transpired.
It was a weird time. I was like, bro,
just weird, bro.
J. Cole again?
It's just because of the internet, bro.
I was like, what?
Internet. It could be powerful, but if you detach from the internet, you can actually see social media is nothing but entertainment. It's a reality show within your phone. Simple as that. To speak about that, a reality show. Safaree out here, bro. Come on. Safaree showed up
before I got here.
Showed up to Nicki Minaj Gag City concert.
What if you want a ticket?
Come on, bro. No, nah. Because I was gonna ask you: is this attention, support, or is it just weird vibes? And to me,
I don't know.
To me, I understand that Safaree was there during her upbringing. He was actually a pivotal part in her career and upbringing. You know, based on where they were at in the industry and where they went. You feel me? I get that, and he has a part of that. Cool. I'm not with you, my dude, and you already know you're basically trying to make this as a clown event. And you streaming before you trying to make a spectacle out of it. It's making you drawing attention to yourself. Like he was doing this. So this was prior to. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just go to the concert because I'm in. He already. Come on, bro. It's like for what?
So he was streaming something.
To me, it's a cornball move, bro.
I'm saying, was he?
Yeah, bro. He recording, he's streaming. He was making it a moment. And he was making it about himself. And I feel like that's weird vibes, bro. I feel like there's weird vibes, and then also I feel like
if he just bought a ticket and was
but look,
let him rock.
If I have it out with my ex, we not cool or whatever, bro. Don't show up to one of my events, like you know what I'm saying, looking for attention and making the situation.
But I was like, yo, if he just bought a ticket and was just there to watch the show, they're like, nah, let him watch the show and enjoy it. But it's like. Then I was like, well, how did they find him?
Come on, bro.
Like, how did they figure out where he was at and escort him out?
What
did he do?
You don't think that's...
But I didn't know that.
You don't think that, like, I can see him supported in a certain type of way, but based on how he went about it, streaming, you trying to make it about yourself, bro. Yeah. I feel like that's weird vibes, bro. And I feel like as an ex and you not really cool with your ex, and then also you got... Her husband there. You got all these different. You got all these other factors, bro. Like you searching for attention, bro. Weird. Like, come on, bro. That's cornball stuff.
To just be there out of nowhere was kind of weird.
That's cornball stuff, bro.
It is, and
I can agree.
But I expect nothing different from Safaree. That's Safaree. Like
you saying it's on brand, but like
it's very on brand. It's like, but it's still weird though.
That's weird, bro. And it was just like made me think, like, bro, why would you? You feel me? Like, if I'm not, it's just weird, bro.
Yo, but speaking of weird, so you hear the thing? So I heard on, what's Jadakiss something? J1, right?
Yeah,
J1, when he was talking about Kayla Nicole.
Shout out J1.
Yeah, on James Reese's podcast.
What about him?
So you heard what he said? So
oh no, let's talk about that. You can talk about that situation.
So basically, he said that she said, first of all, my first immediate thought was, why is she a guest? Because she has no relevancy outside. You know how people, you get guests, they normally have something going on in their lives.
But you know, this
she didn't have anything going on.
This is based off the Travis Kelce and the
but
Taylor
this was
Swift.
a whole 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, you on there to talk about your ex from 2 years ago. He brought in a whole different relationship.
That's
now.
a good point. Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I see where you going.
But apparently for Halloween, she dressed up as Taylor from the Kanye West famous video.
Yeah, Tiana Taylor.
No, like Taylor Swift.
No, she dressed up as Tiana Taylor, bro. No,
Oh.
look. So let me add context. So
Are you sure?
yes, I am sure. She was on the podcast. Kayla Nicole was on Angel Reese podcast, and she was talking about her ex dealings with her prior ex, and her prior ex was Iman Shumpert. So listen. So Iman Shumpert and her, I guess, were dating or were a thing before Tiana Taylor. So to be petty, because he moved on with Tiana Taylor, to be petty, for Halloween she dressed up as her when she had that viral, viral Kanye West.
So J1 is still correct. Yeah, no one tells women that they're losers.
But yeah,
that's some loser. That's some weirdo stuff.
Yeah, and but that's why I was saying to our conversation about the X thing. It's just like certain things, bro. It's like
that's weird. That's very weirdo-ish. That's loser stuff.
Yeah, and it's
and
like,
women get away with not being called loser because they look good. Like
in certain situations.
Like what those Safaree did with some loser stuff too.
Yes,
but
sure.
So was this. Like this. Like that's some.
I agree. What Safaree did with showing up to Nicki concert. That's weird.
That was corny.
This
corny. Is also weird.
And what Kayla Nicole is doing is corny, bro.
It's weird
because
why are you on
because you're talking about
other people that you.
But you're also talking about this situation that has like it's continued to be a conversation based off of things happened 2-3 years ago, bro. And like I can't at first I can't, and I'm gonna be real with you. At first I kind of felt bad because it's just like people looking at her in a negative way. We don't really know her. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't really know her. People knew her mostly because of Travis Kelce.
She doesn't
That's
deserve
cool.
any backlash.
She
from
didn't.
Swiftie fans.
But this podcast, bro, what she was talking about, it's like, bro. Like you gotta learn to move on. That's what that Safaree situation shows me. Regardless of what you do with this person, you gotta learn to move on.
J1 was like, nobody tells women that they're losers. And they should. Nobody holds them accountable.
I get it, because instantly, as a man, you a loser. If you do some cornball loser stuff, you're a loser.
Someone gonna call you. Your men gonna call you a loser
for sure.
Your men will call you a loser, like on 100%. Like, and it's okay if you doing some loser stuff, but it's like what Safaree did was corny. But this is also corny. Like, I'm not dressing up as my ex or my ex's new person. Like for Halloween. Like. Nah. That's very weird.
Nah.
But I just had to bring it up. I felt like it was relevant because I was like, yo, man. Like, but, yeah.
Let's talk about some unwritten rules, bro. Some unwritten rules. I just thought about this because this is a pet peeve of mine. Bro, if I'm in a parking lot and it's 100 spaces open, do not park right next to me, bro. That is the worst. Like,
I don't even do that. If there's an open space, I'll park in the open space.
I'm going to park 3-5 spaces down from you know what I'm saying, the other car. I hate that. Then they drive close enough, park close enough to your car to where you can't even get out. Yeah, all the space over here, bro. And
don't
then
park next to
me, honestly, I don't have bad road rage. I do get upset, probably like the everyday person, but that's another thing too. And I don't want to say that because I am going to get to that age at one point. But the thing that's be funny as a mug, when I go off and I be beeping at a car, I drive past, it's an old lady. I'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I feel so crazy about myself, bro. But like, I'm like, bro, I be tight. I feel like it's an unwritten rule. If you
own the aux, make sure your joint on vibrate. If your girlfriend gonna be calling you every 24/7,
oh yeah, like, you can't play music. You can't play music in the car if your phone gonna always go off. That's definitely an unwritten rule in the car,
like,
bro.
Stop, bro. We don't need this. You messing up the studio time.
And I was arguing with my friends about this, bro. If you're in a car. Like if you're in a car, let's say you're on a road trip, should you be obligated to have conversations in the car?
You're not obligated
because
let them just come naturally, man.
That's why it was funny because I was having a conversation, bro. I'd be like, bro, like a road trip is for that, but sometimes like I don't want to sit here and talk the whole daggone road trip because that's what I was saying. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I would have conversations and stuff like that, but
it
like,
depends on like
can't
listen,
talk the whole daggone road trip.
Something come up. We can bring it up, but it's like the whole road trip. Like no, you can be quiet, play the music, go to sleep, something like. Yeah, alright. One day I'll do a road trip. I don't know. Maybe I might do some food tour stops. I don't know. I would love to do that one day.
That actually be fire.
Yeah, I gotta make some more money though. That's just like my biggest thing right now. I gotta make some more money.
Yeah, we gotta get to it. I don't know if you heard about this happening. Well, with this Lieutenant Dan. So basically, Hurricane Milton and prayers and condolences to everybody, and actually genuinely meaning that. And one thing I will want to say about this situation, man, that it scared me because they were talking about it being in Category 5, and they were talking about, if they didn't evacuate, you would die, based on the level of it. We never seen a Category 5 almost in our history. You got to think about that's 10 to 12, 15 feet of water, bro. Like that's almost like tsunami levels. Yeah, so, like for them being in that situation, I'm just glad that it wasn't real crazy. But I know a lot of people are probably dealing with their situations because it did flood a lot. And he became a TikTok sensation because he wouldn't move. He had a little boat in Tampa. He wouldn't move the boat because that's all he had. His name was Lieutenant Dan. He's been going viral. And a lot of people was just praying over him, sending donations. A lot of people was sending their good graces to him. It was honestly, it was a great thing. And one thing I loved about it is like when we come together for an overall cause and want to support and do something out of the kindness of our heart, like I love that. But like in this situation right now, a lot of people are speculating that not saying that he didn't deserve it, but like he's treating the person that like basically started making him go viral, basically like he's starting to treat him bad. Dang. As if because he's like I never wanted this life type of thing. And you feel me? He's basically like I never wanted this type of life, but he's also kind of accepting everything that's coming with the life, like as far as the gifts and all that type of stuff. So a lot of people looking at him with a side eye because he kind of turned his back on the person that got him to go viral.
Listen, man, this is why you can't live for the internet, man.
You can't, bro.
They hear one day and then the next day you can't. Like you're probably gonna be number one.
You can't. And then in this situation, it'd be like, dang, like because a lot of people was just really praying for him because of the Category 5 hurricane and him sticking it out, and honestly he was just being genuine every time that the consecrated was recording him, just like this is all I got. This is all I got. But it's like I respect for those people that gave him donations that actually looked towards him. That was nothing but God. But also that's another thing too. Like also with people giving gifts, I feel like the person that's receiving, you gotta understand and know how to receive a gift and be humble and be graceful and
I know how to receive.
You feel me? Like, cause I was looking at him like, dang, he getting all this attention and clout, bro. And it'd be like, bro, that can change people so quickly, bro. It changed people so quickly, and it was a situation that happened probably like maybe a year ago now. It was a student from Howard, and she was supporting one of these. It was a homeless man. She long story short, she really made this homeless man go viral. She was helping him. She was feeding him, and he got a large sum. Ended up getting a large sum of money, right? Yeah. And he did something. Yeah, he did something bad, and then and basically like turned on her. But it's just like, bro, sometimes when you do certain things out of the kindness of your heart, you just don't know what to expect from.
But isn't the kindness of your heart? You gotta record it and put it on the internet.
I mean, you can say that too, but also if you put an action behind it and if it's still genuine, I can't say it's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? I get what you're saying because it's like you're recording. It's not. Yeah. It can be look as disingenuous when you're recording. It's not really like a moment, a real moment between you and that person, but. What if you recording got this person to blow up and that person turn their back on you?
Is it right? It's crazy because it's like it can be like you really like when depending on what side you're on in the viral moment. I know we gotta go soon. Yeah. But it's like you really depending on what side you're on, you really have to like just wait out the momentum. Because at some point people are gonna forget about it. Like I think like right now I'm thinking about like whatever happened to homie that saw his girl go on stage and get danced on. And
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't talk about that no more.
Yeah,
but
facts.
at one point, for a couple
Facts.
months, homie was the bid for a little bit.
Yeah, facts.
Like, it was a real bad time. It's not like that no more. So it's just like, all right, he rode the storm. I wonder where he's at now. Like, I wonder how that's going. Like, I wonder how his life is going.
These moments just...
So it's like going viral it's weird now. Because it's like, you really got to just, like, depending on what side you're on, you really got to, like, you know, just stay the course.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, people will forget about this.
Yeah, because this social
But
media,
in that
bro.
moment when they're not forgetting about it,
everybody got a short attention span, bro. Like one thing can happen right there in this moment, bro, and then 5 seconds later we forgot about it.
But I'm saying, in the moment when it's happening, it's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot.
It is. It's pressure. It's definitely pressure, man.
I don't know why I just thought about it. I was like, damn, I wonder what happened to Cuz.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lock in, Hugh. We locking in soon. Ludacris versus T.I. I'm already setting it up.
About that.
I'm already setting up. You gotta make your list.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out.
Unc is ready. It's good. We good to go.
Oh, Unc got his list
Yup,
already?
he ready.
All right.
T.I. versus Luda. Hey, we tapped in. That's gonna be a premiere event right there.
All right.
Man, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to FaZe Unview Podcast. Man, we out. Much love.